Hello, and welcome to another episode of My Opinion Means Nothing. I know it's been a very long time, but all I can say is I'm back with more opinions that mean absolutely nothing. So without further ado, on this episode, I don't know, since it's been a very long time since I had the episode, since I've had a podcast as it is, or not that I've had a podcast, my own podcast that I've been on, I thought, what better guest to have on the show other than someone that I had on the first year of my podcast coming out? None other than the mind that is split behind poetry.
Damn, that hit me, boy. That hit me. I gotta stop you right there. Oh, these sessions are gonna get me. Oh, hello.
Welcome, Minnie.
Oh gosh, you have me sweating out here. Hi. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. It's been so long.
All right.
But you know what? It feels like a minute.
It feels
since
like
we sat in that park.
I'm
with those planes flying behind us every 2 minutes.
There was mad planes, innit?
I must say this year has come around so well that the next time we host, we're in inside.
Yeah, in a better space.
Yeah, we have a much better space today.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. It's been so long that I've talked to people through the form of podcast. And
yeah, I feel you.
I mean, we talk all the time, so this is kind of, I don't know, I have this nervous energy because I haven't recorded an episode in a very long time, as if it's kind of the first episode again, but it's not. It's
not.
It's just refreshed. I've had I don't know how to describe it other than this break that I've had from hosting my own podcast. It's been a space of enlightenment, kind of, where I've had a time of looking back over the episodes I have had out and looking on the podcast content that is out there now and thinking okay, that's what I've had so far. Now, how can I kind of move this to the next level? What else can I do? What other kind of ventures or stories can I tell? So I've just been having a research period. I want to shout out to the Blue Ticks podcast.
Yeah.
That is with man like Space 2. If you don't know about Space 2, make sure you check out the rapper Space 2 on Spotify, SoundCloud. He's got a EP out called Free Fall. I think it's there. I think
he's hella dope.
Yeah, he's hella dope. I've got some work with him. I made a beat. He's jumped on it. We've got some other tracks where he's gonna be on my album and stuff like that. He's working on some other project. I think that's coming out soon as well. He's got a recent single that's come out. Just check him out.
I feel he's gonna be a really smooth artist that's about to come on the scene.
Yeah, 100%.
And he's there and he's doing it, and I like it. You've been working with him, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been working with him, but I like him because he's something that's different. He has this. He says to me that he doesn't have choruses on his songs because he doesn't like choruses. He doesn't like writing them, and he doesn't see the point of them. So he said to me, "What's the point of them being on my songs if I don't enjoy writing them or I don't enjoy listening to them? So why would I put them on my work?" And I was just
I feel that.
And then he said that he will have maybe rather have 3 powerful verses and just have it broken up by maybe the instrumental or pause instead of actually accenting it with this catchy thing to keep the audience there with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I think is real interesting.
Do you know that comes into do you know what some of the rappers out there are doing nowadays? Actually, they've been doing it for a while now. Do you know storytelling?
Yeah.
Storytelling keeps you constant, Yeah,
exactly.
You have a break in between, it doesn't make sense unless the break is a pause, or a scene's about to take place. I used to say that before because when I was back in the days, this is a long time ago, when 50 Cent In the Club came out, and I used to try to remember the actual hook that was there, you can find me in the club, not gonna go for it now, and I was damn, when I'm trying to remember that, I feel I have so much emphasis on this that my energy is not actually on the rest of the lyrics.
Yeah.
So I can memorize it, I can say I know it, but if I was to perform it somewhere, I would feel like the hook is the place where I will exert all my energy. And are you trying to tell me you're selling the hook, or are you actually selling the piece? Because the piece is where the entire content lies.
And the content lies in the verses, you know what I mean? Like when I'm listening to a track, I'm not listening to hear that catchy hook every single time. Yeah, like you say, you catch on to that. Like, I'll be singing, dun, dun, yo, go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. Oh,
it's coming up, you know, don't worry. It's coming up.
It is coming up.
Both of us are coming up. 2 days apart. We're 2 days apart, aren't we? I'm 27, you're 20...
No, I'm 31. So 31. It's like, what, 4 days?
4 days apart.
4 days
Damn, that's not bad, you know. That's not bad.
It's all mad.
You're back in the country on my birthday, you know. I remember that. So that's good. We're welcome. Make sure you text me. Don't forget to text me.
I can't forget. I might be on a plane or something.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. If I don't get a call, I get it. I'll be like, if he texts me, I'll be like, I'm blessed.
I'll try.
I'm blessed. I got one just off the plane.
You know,
that speaks volumes for me. Transitioning from Trump to Boris. Gosh.
Speaking of traveling,
yes.
I have this article that I found on Monday.
Go for it.
About Apple Express Transit, which has just arrived to London, which is going to speed up commuters' travel for when they use their Apple Pay on London transport. And I thought it was cool only because the fact of Apple have worked with TfL to make some sort of technology that kind of speeds up the whole process. So they've got this whole thing called Apple Express.
Is it just available for Apple products?
It's just for Apple products.
Yeah.
So it's called Apple Express, and the feature basically, so wait, let me start from the beginning.
Go
basically,
for it.
So the reason why Apple Pay, it takes so long for us to kind of maybe tap through on Oyster or whatever is because on Apple phones we have to have a biometric confirmation so that we can pass the transaction to go through. So it's either like a face scan or a fingerprint certification.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So because of that, it kind of slows down. Sometimes you might kind of not scan your face properly, or you might not get your thumb on the fingerprint right, and it doesn't go through, and you're like, damn, I'm trying to do this again. And then all the while, like, it's peak when you got like bare 5-6 people behind you, and
especially peak time, you know, on the train.
And do you know them ones where like someone touches, and you expect them to go through the gate, so you're already walking. And they're like, oh no, you haven't gone
that small
through
amount of traffic that gets created, just near that. But, I get it.
So Apple have worked with TfL to create this, design a specific, what's it say? Cause, so basically it is Apple Express, which is a new. You can set it up on all your Apple phones. By going to settings on your iPhone.
Yeah.
Then select Wallet and Apple Pay, and then scroll down to Express Travel Card, which is under a new section in your travel card section. And then once you select that, you can select a card, which is the card that you use for usual travel on the underground or on travel on buses and everything, and that will be your Express card. So that means that once that card is selected, you basically confirm it once, and then you can use it throughout that day just by touching. And it also has this cool feature which I thought was cool, that if you use your phone mainly for Apple Pay and say your phone dies, I'm not sure fully how this works, but it allows your phone to still be active and use the Apple Express Transit for an extra 5 hours after your phone dies. But I'm not fully sure how that all works, but that's what it does say in the article. So it says there's a chance that even if your phone dies, you don't have to worry about not being able to still be able to travel with Apple Pay, which is pretty cool.
Because the duration of it is a lot longer.
Yeah,
it's a shame because TfL is like our transport system, and it's only Apple.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm Samsung. Don't me shit. As long as you've had your iPhone, mate, that's probably as long as I've had my Samsung. So I'm not saying I'm sticking by it because I haven't got the latest version, but I'm getting there. But this, okay, what do you think? I
mean, I think it's pretty cool, only in the sense that Apple have worked directly with London Transport to integrate this kind of technology into the barrier system. So that's fucking dope. So like they've seen that people in the UK are having this problem with when we travel on the underground with our Apple Pay, and they've seen that and they've gone over and above to help speed up the process and create this whole Apple Express so that we can go faster on the underground and we don't have to disrupt traffic, you know, like it's like, so it makes it like any other contactless payment, you know what I mean? Which is pretty dope, I think.
Are you using it at the moment?
I don't use Apple Pay that much, only because sometimes on Apple Pay, I think it's because it's using your card, it's kind of cloning your card in a sense. So like sometimes transactions come out delayed.
Yeah. So, and we don't know the policy right now for like what's the period for how long it takes, and has the app, as in, does, like when you put it onto your phone, does it have its own what's it called, transfer system where your balance is shown on that, like, or is it being taken directly out of your account?
The thing is with London Transport, when you use your contactless card is. And I have only been seeing this used recently because I've been using Curve Card. I don't know if you've seen the advert for the Curve Card.
I have not.
Basically, I'm going to put a thing actually in my description for this video because I think it's pretty cool for anyone that's really interested.
Okay, go on.
Curve Card is basically, it comes as an app on your phone, as well as it being a card that you get physically. And what it allows you to do is kind of similar to Apple Pay, but giving you the physical card that you can kind of add like multiple cards to this one card. Yeah. And then just change the card that you're using on the app.
On the go, and then that's the card that will be used by the official card.
So like that means that I don't really have to carry around my actual debit card from my bank, and I don't have to worry about losing my actual debit card from my bank because I carry this Curve Card around and I can use it for.
And you can activate it from before you leave the house in some sense, to not take it.
That's what I mean. It's all set up on my app and everything like that. So I use this Curve Card. I use it in the shops. I use it on the bus. I use it everywhere. And every time I use the card, it sends me an email. Because I've set it up on the app, it sends me an email of the exact amount of the transaction that I've spent, and it goes straight to my email, and I get a message on my phone saying I've spent this much and where I've spent the money. So then I can go on the app and check.
See, I think that's better than the TFL and the Apple thing. Yeah. In my opinion, because it's not restricted, first of all. And if they did it, I suppose it's Apple, isn't it?
But I mean, it's just, but I mean, Curve is the same in the sense that the payment is a little delayed because it's not, but it's the same with any bank really. It's when you use contactless, it's delayed anyway. So that's just the process anyway. So
it might sound like this is way off topic, but let me know if you think you know why I think this is connected to this here. Okay. All right. So I recently saw like a video on YouTube where there was the first 17 million pound Bitcoin watch was being made, and it was being revealed on a show. And the reason why it's been called the 17 million pound or whatever is because when you get your phone barcode and you scan it, because the watch actually has its own barcode, that barcode is connected to your account, and it tells you straight away how much that Bitcoin account is worth. Yeah. And I feel like that is a very niche thing. And then when I see Apple doing it with something like TFL, I'm like thinking, that's a very smart thing you've done there, because you've actually put a chip in everywhere, and you're Apple. So it makes me think how centralized that thing is. And the reason why maybe it's not open to everyone else, because you've created that specific chip for TFL perhaps, and like